Test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Ja.
Jos.
Praat eens op andere micro's. Zeg micro 3.
Ja, wie is micro 3?
Micro 3, 2, 1.
Micro 3, test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
En nu gaan we naar de volgende.
Micro 2, test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Ah, dat is goed zo. Micro Bob Peters, test 1, 2, test 1, 2.
Lommel geëindigd in een 2-1 overwinning voor onze thuisploeg. Welkom Liam Manning en welkom ook aan zijn eigen coach Bob Peters. Liam, what did you think about the game from tonight?
As expected, we knew it would be a really tough game. So again, congratulations to Westerlo for getting the 3 points. I thought, I really enjoyed actually aspects of it. The tactical challenge. I thought it was a lot more of a challenge than what we've had in recent weeks from a tactical perspective. So we started slow. I thought we didn't start the game great. We were a little too naive the first 5-10 minutes and invited the pressure, which was against what we'd spoken about in the change rooms. That was slightly frustrating. Then I thought we started to get into the game a little bit. I never felt we really had control in possession, out of possession, transition. I never felt we, like in previous weeks, had moments where we felt really in control of the game. So slightly frustrating and disappointed. I think a lot of that was our own doing as well. As I thought they set up well, but I thought we just didn't take care of the ball. We gave it away too cheaply. So that was frustrating. So. And then, obviously we got back into it and had some moments. Marlos was a real danger, a real threat throughout the game. And then obviously the red card, it changed the game for us from that perspective in terms of made it difficult for us to get up the pitch. We got pegged back a little bit and, as you know, we conceded a goal. So frustrating and disappointed is probably the most appropriate words to describe it.
Okay, thank you very much. Bob, 3 punten tegen een goede tegenstander, dus dat moet...
Moet je het ook misschien ter respect in het Engels?
You want that I give the questions also in English for our coach, and that you can... Okay.
I also
coach.
To answer with some English with a little hair on.
Okay. Coach, you took 3 points against a good opposite team, so you're glad?
Yeah, I didn't take anything. It was my team. But I think, like my colleague said, we analyzed their games pretty well. And everything, a lot of people are talking about Moreno Galde, but for me the key player in the previous match was Robin Henkes, former player of Westerlo. And he was the guy who was pushing the team and who was leading the team, and also between the lines. That's why we played man on man on Henkes. And we said if we can control the midfield with Brebels, Costa, Henkes, then we have a big chance. We knew there were also possibilities in possession, but again, and normally I had to start it with that, is that I need to congratulate my colleague because he's performing well and he's changing a team, because normally Lommel was a team who defended with a lot of people, and here it's one of the most attacking teams in this league. So I think for the neutral spectator, it was a good game, even though there was not a crowd in the stands. But I think it was a game that could go both ways. One thing I don't agree with my colleague is that they didn't take control. I think we lost control 10 minutes first half, where we were a bit shaky, where they were more aggressive, winning second balls, and at that moment we had to drop back a little bit more. But second half, the first and maybe the only shot they had on target was a goal, a good finish of Waters. Then we hit the post, and like my colleague says, I think the red card changes the game. At that moment, we had to be careful for the reconversion because they still have quality players up front. But we pushed slightly more and more, and we were a little bit more efficient in the final third, and that's how we scored the second goal. Sorry. But then at the end, they play with a lot of strikers, long ball. Every set piece was, even on their half, was dropped in the box. Then like the goal we conceded, that there's only one ball needed to score a goal. So that's why at the end also, last free kick, I brought Maxime Bisset to bring an extra header. But overall, I'm very pleased with the performance of my team, because I saw the Westerlo we knew from last season. We came from a long way, because everybody forgets very quickly that we were the first team that was hit very hard by the COVID virus. And everybody thinks when you're negative on COVID that you're the same player. But if your doctor's telling you that it can take over 6 months before you have the whole capacity of the lungs, then we were in deep trouble. But now, okay, the last games we took 14 points out of 18, so that gives us a good feeling. But again, we have 2 games left, and now we play Club Brugge at home, who also brought us in difficulties away from home, and then Union. So what we try to do now is take the maximum out of the 2 games, and we will see what happens. But for me, it was, except for the last few minutes, I enjoyed the game because we saw 2 teams who are playing modern football with a lot of movement, with a lot of pressure, with duels, fair but aggressive. And for me, it was a lovely game also at the end when you win it. But even then, I was very proud of my team because we play against a very good team. They have a very nice project, and I think that Lommel will be a tough competitor for this season.
Basilio Dang was a few
Months.
yeah, a few months out of the squad. Today you replaced Mabea, and I think he played well against Moreno.
Yeah, but yesterday Mabea was struggling with his foot and a bit with his ankle, and he said, "Yeah, I can play," but I said, "No, at this moment we need players who are 100% fit, not 98." And then you have Christophe Janssens, who is more footballing, attacking left back. So the other profile was Basilio, and I thought if one player with his speed, agility, can compete with Moreno, because even when you press him, when you are aggressive, he has the qualities to eliminate players. But except for one shot first half, I think Basilio did tremendously well. And I also told my team after the game, I said, this is the spirit. Some players who are not in the squad, who are not playing, but if we need you, you play. So we have a large squad, and everybody needs to know that if you fight, if you train hard every day, that you're up for a selection. And I think he did well today. So that puts pressure on Mabea, and that's what football is about, that everybody's pushing each other to be the number one on their spot. And I was very happy with his performance, but overall with the team performance.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, are there any questions for one of the 2 coaches in English, please? Bart?
Bart, you speak a little English?
A little bit.
Nee, mag in het Vlaams, hè, jongens.
De Bart mag in het Vlaams.
Word jij de Frankie de Vie van Westerlo? Iemand heeft mij verteld dat jij, ik was het zelf uit het hoofd. Allee, ik wist het niet meer.
Morgen 3 jaar.
Zou je nu 3 jaar zijn?
Morgen, ja. Ik ben blij dat ik dat haal. Hè. Als je vandaag niet wint, kan het anders lopen. Nee, ik weet het niet. Ik probeer elke wedstrijd te benaderen. En dat is al een hele tijd. En dat is niet negatief bedoeld, maar elke wedstrijd te benaderen of als het mijn laatste wedstrijd is. Omdat je moet resultaten halen. En we zijn van heel ver gekomen. Nu, met die 14 op 18 geven we onszelf een beetje ademruimte, maar we moeten onszelf blijven pushen. En dat begint bij een coach. Een coach moet in de eerste plaats spelers vertrouwen geven en energie uitstralen. Maar nogmaals, ik kijk nu niet verder dan de volgende wedstrijd. Het enige dat ik wel zou willen is de ontslagpremie van Dury, maar die gaan ze mij niet betalen, denk ik.
Ja, Bob, 14 op 18, zoals je zegt, goede resultaten. Als we een kleine maand verder zijn, opent de transfermarkt weer om. Zijn er bepaalde posities waar je zegt van, dat heb ik nu wel gezien, zeker met de corona-perikelen, van daar komen echt nog volk tekort, of zou er een extra speler nodig zijn?
Ja, we komen absoluut geen volk tekort. We hebben genoeg spelers in de kern, maar we willen alleen maar beter worden. Dus misschien dat we nog wel gaan versterken, maar dat zullen we nu bekijken. Ik vind dat we nu het vertrouwen moeten geven aan de spelers die er nu zijn. Ze hebben heel veel miserie gekend. Nogmaals, als je 13 spelers moet missen op een gegeven moment, dat duurt een tijd eer die terug zijn. Maar we hebben nu een kern ter beschikking die beseft, we hebben 1 doel. Of we dat gaan halen of niet, dat zullen we zien. Maar ons doel is bij de eerste 2 eindigen. En zijn daar extra transfers voor nodig tijdens de wintermercato? Dat zullen we zien. Maar ik vind het nu heel belangrijk dat we nu heel veel vertrouwen geven aan de spelers. En ik vind dat we buitenserijn, omdat we toen heel veel wedstrijden hadden gespeeld, maar ook tegen Deinze, RWDM, onze thuiswedstrijden waren van een heel goed niveau. Alleen moeten we dat constant kunnen brengen. We hadden bij momenten spelen we fantastische wedstrijden. Ik denk dat het tegen RWDM was. En dan speel je op Club Next een heel moeilijke wedstrijd. En dan speel je weer een goede wedstrijd en weer een mindere. Dus daar moeten we nog wat constanter in worden. Maar we zullen zien wat de komende 2 wedstrijden brengen. En dan mochten er opportuniteiten zijn waar we ons kunnen versterken, zullen we dat doen.
Nog vragen? Nee? Oké, dan sluiten we deze persconferentie. Oké.